guys, welcome back to Jamie's Reviews. I am Jamison Michael, and today we're here to give our thoughts on the newest update of what may have been the most transcending shoe of the past decade. And on top of that, we got the legend himself, Young Noah, who is here to hold it down, not for himself, but for the culture. So the UltraBOOST 20 is the update to what was a major redesign in last year's UltraBOOST 19. Adidas is pushing the shoe to be more of a performance shoe. But as we all know, the UltraBOOST has been seen more as a lifestyle shoe. But that doesn't matter, because this is a running performance review. So let's just get right into it. This is our review of the Adidas UltraBOOST 20. So the UltraBOOST 20's upper maintains a similar style of last year's shoe. You have a one-piece prime knit upper that provides that sock-like fit that many shoes are going for nowadays. We noticed that last year's knit provided a better snug lockdown. And after wearing this new model, the lockdown is even more so. The knit itself still has a decent stretch. And the upper is reinforced with the use of tailored fiber placements, stitched on the sides of the shoe. Now we've seen this on the shoes like the Adidas UltraBOOST, and we think it actually does more for this shoe as far as creating structure than what it does for the UltraBOOST. On the heel, you have a 3D heel frame which, like last year's shoe, does a pretty good job at making the shoe stable enough for actual running. The frame itself allows for the Achilles to move naturally and irritation-free, while still locking down the shoe during your stride. The other update is the cage. We liked last year's updated cage. It was one of those things that we didn't really notice, but in a good way. And this modified cage continues that trend. It's also just a tad softer against the foot, but nothing dramatically different. It gives the midfoot some stability, but not a whole lot. But given the upper is mostly just knit, it gets the job done. In the cushioning, we have the Boost foam. Last year's UltraBOOST added more boost, which seemed to work well as far as the overall feel. And this year, they kept the setup the same. The shoe is just as comfortable. And as far as comfort itself, it is still one of the most comfortable shoes out. As far as running, it provides a good amount of cushioning and bounce back. And the overall ride of the shoe is smooth for the most part. But it can feel a bit clunky once you start picking up the pace. There's just a lot going on underfoot. And that's typical for bulkier shoes. So for us, this makes the shoe better for modest paces. Nothing too fast or up tempo. Now down below, you have the Stretch Web Continental Rubber outsole. And it is definitely more beefed up compared to the UltraBOOST shoes from a few years back. Traction on roads and dirt is excellent. And the flexibility isn't too bad either. The Stretch Web design allows for a bit more of a natural movement, which can be good if you like that natural feel, or bad if you prefer a more stable ride. Either way, durability should not be a problem. There's a lot of rubber. So years ago, it was the Boost foam that was an absolute game changer. And well, going into 2020, a lot of brands have caught up, and some may even say surpassed what Boost has done. Now we think the UltraBOOST is a good shoe. Maybe not our first choice out of all the dedicated running shoes out there, but it definitely has a dual purpose of being a shoe that you can run in while still having an interesting aesthetic. Now the UltraBOOST 20 to me is a very minor upgrade from last year's 19. So I wouldn't say that it's not a good shoe. My question is, why not just pick up the UltraBOOST 19 on sale? Plus, I personally think that Adidas needs to update their Boost technology, or maybe borrow some of that float ride technology from their sister company over at Reebok. But the UltraBOOST in itself is solid, just not as exciting as it once was. But either way, it gets the job done.
Test your might.
My hair looks good.
All right.
Editing
ready?
team, our camera crew.
All
Yeah,
right.
they look ready to go. Yeah, good job,
All right,
guys.
man.
Keep it up. Woo!
Man, listen. Now I done told y'all I was not playing around. The people said, Young Noah, where's he at? Young Noah's in college right now. But right now he's on break for we have class in what, 8 hours?
I have class in about 3 hours.
All right, so he's here. He did it for the culture. And
That's what
today
we do.
we got a shoe of the culture. We got the brand new Adidas, or ADIDAS UltraBOOST 20, as in 2020. As in, it's 2019 still, but this is the 2020 version. Kind of like how Madden does the whole year ahead of
You're getting ready for the
yeah.
next
This
year.
is the new year.
Yeah, they got up
coming into
next. Oh, yep. Okay.
Now the people want to know, UltraBOOST, is it or is it not a running shoe? What's your opinion on that?
I think this is. It is the merging point between the athleisure culture and the running culture combined. I'm not saying that this is a superb running shoe, but if you want to be able to show off your fashionable trend, this is technically a running shoe. It is a high cushioned shoe meant for high mileage. It has that signature continental tire tread like all other Adidas running shoes. So yes, Jameson, this is a running shoe.
All right. Now people still debate, but I tell people, hey, this shoe started off as a running shoe. It kind of got away from that around the 3 and 4 versions. Last year's version brought it back to the running side.
Yep.
This year's version does small things to make it more so. I was telling you about the whole the knit. The prime knit's a little more sturdier. You know,
it's definitely a more secure feel on your foot compared to last year's model, which I appreciated. But other than that, is there much of a difference?
Talk to him, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're paying $180 for a running shoe, that it is the newest technology, the newest brand, the update of the shoe. Where's the update? I mean, this was a comfortable fit. I enjoyed running in the shoe. It is the same cushioning as the 19. It is. When we talked about this in videos before, when is Adidas going to change away from the Boost foam? You see everything Saucony's pulling out, everything New Balance pulling out, even Nike's kind of dabbling in some different types of foam, but we still have the Boost. So I mean, it's a good shoe. I liked it.
Boost release was like 2013. We're going to 2020, baby.
It's gonna be 2020. This is 2020.
Like,
this says it's from space. This is supposed to be some innovative feature of running shoe technology. I don't see it.
I will say this: it's not a bad shoe.
It's not. It's not.
I like the shoe.
Yeah.
But it's like, it can't be the same shoe every year. We're like, okay.
No.
Now, last year's version was a good update. This year's the same update. Very small differences. They had the Taylor fiber placement, weaving here, a little more structure, use recycled pieces of plastics and all that. That's great. I like that idea. But for 180,
it's a little much. I mean, it's interesting to see how the 19 model kind of fell out of the street culture, because 2018 the UltraBoost was everywhere. 2019 they kind of focused back more towards strictly for runners. But now they're going for the clout with. I mean, it's an impressive colorway, and the International Space Lab theme. I mean, it's enticing when you see it on the wall of running.
It looks cool. Store. The purple Boost, that's cool. It's shiny. It glistens.
But that doesn't make it a different shoe. That's just me, man.
My judgment, what I'm saying is, if you find the 2019s, I wouldn't say don't get that for half off or close to it.
It's nearly the same thing.
But if you really like this colorway, you're an UltraBoost fanatic, I say go for it.
I support you in your endeavor.
But this is a running shoe review, so if you're all about the looks and hypes, then yeah, by far, go do what you gotta do. Links down below. Other than that, I think it's a very small. I say it's an upgrade from last year, but just because it's a little more locked down, the cage is a little bit softer. I feel like against my foot, but it's so subtle where I can't even say like, oh, this is much better.
It's not a $180 upgrade.
For 130, sure. 150, meh. 180, I'm like, bro, you really pushing right now. You know there's other stuff out there.
I'm in college now. I'm on a budget. I would have to pass.
All right, you gonna pass on this?
I would have to pass.
I say as a running shoe in itself, it's a good shoe for price and what you're getting compared to what you get somewhere else. As far as last year's model, it's a pass. It's a good shoe for the price, not quite what I'm expecting for 180.
That's facts.
People go, oh, you feel like the shoe. You like last year's shoe's the same thing. Exactly. So why spend more?
I like innovation.
Innovation.
This is kind of boring.
All right. So you can follow Young Noah on Instagram. Follow me at Jameson Runs down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Notification gang. All that nonsense. And with that said, be sure to stay in school. Don't do drugs. And if you can, Young Noah, I know you're in college. I know it's hard.
Oh, I'm taking notes right now.
I know you're tempted.
I remember.
Just please. You're staying in school. You're doing like
I'm staying in school.
2 out of 3. Not doing drugs, are you?
No drugs. Keep it clean.
That third one's important.
To keep it tight?
Real tight.
There we go. Is the video over? How does this work?
That's not over until I say it's over.
Oh, okay.
It's over.
All right.